Good morning, everyone. I hope you have a good day so far. So a couple weeks ago, someone emailed me with a nice question that I tried to find yesterday in my pile of email, but unfortunately I couldn't find it anymore. But the email was something around this person was trying to was just about to purchase a van, and he looked at a lot of van tour, got a lot of inspiration, and was wondering about, if you want my mistake. It was like, if you were to purchase another van, what thing will change and you will not do the same mistake of in this van? And I thought that was a really nice question, and it kind of like inspired me for the past couple of weeks. I would think about some couple things. So I think today I'm going to share you my mistakes or things that I will do different if I was to purchase the same van. So first of all, I mention this quite often, but I think the best way to really know your layout, because what my mistake can be maybe not the same mistake or the same thing you will do. So make sure to spend a good amount of time in that space, and really see what you need and what you don't need and all those little things. This is the best way to do a minimum of mistakes if you want inside your van. But even if I've done this, even if I slept on the mattress on the floor for a couple of months, a couple of weeks before I start building the van, because I was on a tight budget, to be honest, at that time, I still did a couple little mistakes, nothing major. Yesterday I was making a list and I was like, it's not too bad. So what we're gonna do, instead of me just talking about that, we're gonna kind of explore the town. I'm in north of Vancouver Island right now. It's a rainy day, but we're still gonna try to explore this beautiful little area. I've been here for a day, but it's been a couple little things that I didn't stop, that it's on my radar. So we're gonna go do that and answer that question in the same time. Alright, we are right by the ocean. Cute little garden here that people made. I love when local people make a little place, you know, enjoy the beautiful scenery. Yeah, ocean right there. We are in Port Alice, and I don't know if you can see, but the snow cap is right there. Super close from where we are. So going back to my mistake for my van as the topic of today. One of the mistake, oh yeah, let's go in back. Let's show you my mistake number one. Mistake number one. So my van is a E150, which not so many people know this. I talk about it a couple of times, but nothing major. I think we're gonna go inside though. I'm getting cold though. Let's go inside and I'm gonna talk about it. Alright, so the E150 is a little bit of Kitty just behind you. Maybe she's gonna push you guys again. So E150, a little bit of mistake. I kind of knew when I purchased the van. I was a little bit in the rush. If you don't know the story, Katie was waiting at the cat boarding place for 3 weeks until I find this van, until I find a home that we could both live in. Katie, she's licking you right now. Kitty, I have my mic on top and look like a furry thing. Come on, come here. Come here. Don't like do that to people. So yeah, she was waiting at the cat boarding place for 3 weeks until I find a van, and I look a lot of van. And when I looked this one, I was like, oh, everything kind of like it's good, you know what I mean? Like it seems to be all right. And I look a couple things, and when I was to just about do an offer, I just look around again and I realized, oh, it's a 150, and I thought that was a 250 for that. You know, I didn't really pay that much attention, and I was like, oh, okay, so obviously, like, you know, like negotiate for 150 instead of a 250 for the price. But I was like, oh, I have to be super careful on the weight of the van, and this is why I built the van like so much, like way down, try to save as much weight. And I realized that was not a big issue because I'm way above the weight. I think the weight, let's go check. So the weight maximum of the van, I think it's right there, 3,008 kilogram. Yep. So 3,800 kilogram maximum of the weight, and I'm 2,000 something. So I'm way above, everything is good, but on the building I was a little bit and the engine is the smaller engine of the Ford series. So if I was to build on the van like this one, it would probably be a 250, or if not a 350. 350 are a little bit more expensive. Even the 250 are more expensive, but bigger engine would be also better in the mountain pass and all this. But it's not a huge issue. It's just something if I was to make another van like this one, which I probably, by the way, I'm probably gonna have this question. You would buy like the same type of van? Probably. I really like the Ford with the high top, so I would probably do the same thing. Alright, just gonna make a little quick breakfast. Have a cup of tea. I want to show you my new favorite tea. For those of you who like tea stuff. Hold on. Let's get a look. So this is the tea, David's tea. Forever Nuts, that's the name of the tea, but so good. Apple, almonds, cinnamon, and yeah, it's just like, it tastes like apple pie type of, so good. So doesn't have any caffeine, but it's all good. Don't eat too much this morning, I'm pretty awake. Alright, so while this is boiling, I make some couple notes for you guys to tell you my mistake of my van. Alright, one is the back wall. Not the color that's bothering me that much. I mean, it's a little bit hard on the filming part of because it's so dark, but the part that I don't like is the fact that I paint the wall. It is so hard to clean. I'm gonna show you exactly. Let me put that with my tea. Alright. So right here, you can tell I'm a little bit in front of the light though, sorry. But the wall's all scratched. And obviously I had something, I think it's the guitar that was there, but it is so easy to scratch all the time. Just little thing right there, there you go, you have a scratch. So every time there's little something, you know, Kitty put the nails there, or I come and I pass by and just scratch things, it just show, and it's so frustrating. And beside here where I cook, obviously there's a little bit of grease. I'm gonna close my window, start raining. Yeah, a little bit of grease showed up. So maybe at one point I'm gonna decide to change my walls. They would be super easy to move away and put back without too much hassle. But I'm probably gonna change the door here in the bottom at least, and the same with the back one. To something more resistant, something that look better in long term. Those walls were super cheap. They are like less than a 1/4 inch thick, that I just paint black on both sides with mold resistant paint, which is great for that. But other than that, it's not super nice to clean and to keep it looking nice. So this is my mistake number one, something that I would change if I were to build on the van. All right, let's explore this part of the island a little bit more. It's sad that it's raining. It's beautiful. Really like those towns right beside the ocean. Really like it. Wish it was raining a little bit less so we can go enjoy the outside a little bit more. It's been pouring rain. And we're supposed to have a windstorm, rainstorm coming later on tomorrow, I think. So. Beautiful view. I must say it's just on the edge of snowing right now. I can feel it. It's just like those big kind of wet flake. Alright, so mistake. I don't know how many mistakes I've been sharing with you this morning. But another mistake that if I was to purchase another van, I will look for that way more is, you see those little rust spot? I fixed a lot last summer. This was way worse than this. It's a little bit dirty right now, but I had way more rust than that. But if I was to, this spot and this spot seems to be the worst. So if I was to purchase another van right now, I will definitely be more careful about the rust and definitely look under the driver's side seat, especially under the carpet, see if they have any rust, because I found a bunch of rust there and I had obviously a little bit of rust that I knew when I purchased the van, but you know, it's one of those things you kind of like know, and it's all right at that point. You're like, all right, the rest seems to be all right. But yeah, if I was to purchase another van, I would be way more careful. This van was from one company, CS company, and it was, I knew it was out of province, so I purchased this van in British Columbia, but I knew it was an Alberta plate. But I found some registration, and this van was at one point in Ontario, Saskatchewan, Alberta, so it's been all across Canada. So it got a little bit of rust, nothing too major. I fixed the body a little bit, but unfortunately rust is like one of those things that come back all the time. So if I was to purchase another van, I will definitely be a little bit more careful with the rust problem. Oh, kitty. It's raining a lot outside. You don't like the rain, huh? I know, boy. Sorry. So another little mistake that I done at the beginning of building my van, and this is one thing that I changed already, but I've done that mistake, is the height of my bed. So when I built my van, the height was way lower than this, and I realized that I had so much dead space for nothing. No need all that space on top of your bed. So I raised the bed, but I wish I would raise a little bit more. So if you do have a low roof van, probably want to measure yourself so you can sit in your van and not having to crawl down and things like this. Just sit on your bed and things like this. If you do have a high top roof like mine, raise your bed as much as you feel comfortable with. You're gonna obviously have to climb on top of the bed, go to bed. But that's something that I wish that I would have done a little bit more, because this is so much valuable space under the van. I don't really have that much high cabinet here. On this space is all empty except the front and the back. The reason that I like so much putting stuff onto the bed is all the heavy stuff, like all my tools go under the bed. The Dutch oven go under the bed. The electricals under the bed. So all those heavy things, it's so nice to have them under the bed. And if you do have a lot of if you do love sport, thing like this, it's a nice place to put like your gear and things like this. So yeah, if you do have a high top, I highly recommend to put your bed higher than you might think, because all that valuable space is going to be so handy when you're going to move in. So there is two things that I'm not quite sure if I will do the same. Those one are just one of those things that one point I wanted to change, but now I'm not sure if I would. One of the thing is my high rooftop. I love my high rooftop. I will definitely do it again. But you can purchase the high rooftop that already finished from the inside. So mine was not finished. I had to finish with the wood that you see there. I love the wood. I love the look of it. But it was really hard to come up with the solution to do it. I'm gonna put the link of the video that I kind of show a little bit how I done it. It was hard. Took me 6 months just to think about the solution that I would do it, all that would build this. And on top it's fabric. It is okay right now. It's been almost 2 years that I have the fabric, but I have a feeling that in the future, a couple of years, it's gonna start to maybe get yellow, start to have like, you know, maybe dirty and things like this. So maybe if I was to buy another van, I would have the high top already finished with the fiberglass inside. I'm not super kind on the look, the shiny type of look, but it will be way easier to clean. So it's one of those things that I will think about a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure if it's a mistake or not. I really like the look of my van with the wood, but it maybe would be easier if I had the fiberglass. And another thing is my back window. This is another thing that I'm not 100% sure if I will do it the same. When I purchased the van, I was looking for a van with windows, and I realized that didn't really need that much window in the back especially. So those have been blocked. They have like a pink styrofoam 1/2 inch that would block the heat, block the cold air coming from the outside to inside. This is the problem when you put window in your van. The heat transfer from the outside to inside. And I never look into the back of my windows, and I realized that I don't really want people to look inside my van. My window here, I love them. You know that I've been saying that forever, that I love my high top windows. This is the best thing ever. But people don't really see me other than just my face. I'm quite the same height as the face. So if I was to change here, yes, I have curtain, I can put them, but if someone would sneak and look a little bit beside the curtain, they will only see my face, and it's not a big deal. That in the back there, it's kind of a little bit more, a little bit obvious. If I was to change, people would see me. They could definitely like see more if you want. So yeah, the back window, I'm not sure if I was to purchase another van, if I will do it. The only reason why I'm not sure is I love the look in the back outside of the two window, kind of like remove a little bit the all white from the high top in the van, kind of give it a little bit more contrast if you want. So I like that part, but not super key on having an actual window. So I don't know if that was helpful to kind of share my mistake, if you want, of my van build, my van purchase. Oh, it's funny, I've been thinking about this video, so I hope that was great to kind of like learn a little bit more. If you do have more questions, guys, you can always put them in the comment section. I do kind of make a Q&A too once in a month or so, so I can grab some of your questions and put them in the Q&A, or make a full video if something inspires me. So always love to hear your question. And yeah, we're gonna spend a little bit more time in the Vancouver Island, on top of Vancouver Island, and slowly make our way down south in a couple of days. Kelly's been almost chewing on you right now. What's up, Kelly? Wanna say bye? Kelly? Wanna say hi to people? No, I don't have any food, baby. Alright, guys. I will see you and we will see you in the next video.